see. Look, I am is who you see. Look, I am is who you see. Look, I am is who you see. Bitch, been a motherfucking official, never been a sucker, nigga. Always been a hustler and never been a buster, nigga. Do it with no help for the welfare, my brothers, nigga. Always been myself, never tried to be another nigga. From the bells, where is hell? Cause them niggas crept and slide. Never been the blood, but I know some guys that rectify. Know some crips that rep the six, throw your side and represent. Say you from the game, then let it bang. Why you hesitant?
Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Chris Unbias checking in back with the blog. Been a minute, man. It's been a minute since I did a blog, about 4 or 5 days, almost 6 days or whatever, man. I've been actually in Denver, Colorado, man. Been Denver, Colorado, snowing, a little bit of snow out there. It was crazy, man. Imagine being 11,000 square feet in the air. 11,000 square feet going around a mountain, a narrow-ass road or whatever. Shit was crazy, man. Shit was definitely crazy, man. Then I left there, went to Dallas, Texas, was hanging out in Dallas. Shout out to Dallas, man. D-Town is definitely lit, man. I was hanging out in Dallas. And now I'm back to do these vlogs, man. So we're going to talk about this cat. It's a lot to talk about. It's a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about this Cassidy situation. I want to take a different angle because I'm starting to hear some things. Man. A lot of battlers seem to be very disappointed they're not on this max out card. Very disappointed they not on this max out card. They were asked. They were offered. It was an offer was extended, but due to their URL affiliations, due to their situations, due to upcoming battles that they had, due to battles that they already locked in, due to different situations, they had to decline being on this card for whatever reason. Now, I know when ARP calls you, you don't really know who the main event is. You don't know. So you just, hey, man, we doing a battle event. I want to book you for a battle. Yeah, I don't know. You got going through your emotion trying to figure out whether or not it's happening. Hitman Holla versus Cassidy has taken over the internet, man. Trending nationwide, bruh. Cassidy and Hitman were trending nationwide. Think about that. Trending nationwide, Hitman and Cassidy. Has there ever been an announcement where that's happened? I can't think of a last time someone made an announcement and both the battlers were trending. I can't think of that. I seen events trending, like, yeah, URL had Genesis, different events trending. I'm talking about an announcement. I don't know. Maybe Mook. Maybe, I don't know. I got to go back and really think about that. Everybody's talking about it. Some people hate it. Some people like it. Some people want Cassidy to win. Some people hate Hitman. Whole different situations, man. A lot of feelings about this battle. But the amount of eyes that's going to be on this card when this card is eventually announced fully, and the amount of people that's going to be in the building, it will definitely sell out. So I suggest if you're trying to get your tickets, you get it now. Could you imagine being even a 1SK on this battle? Even a 1SK, the look that you get from being an undercard on a Cassidy battle, bro. I was just hanging out with Lawrence from RBE all the way in Dallas, where he lives. I was hanging out with him. He was like, I said, bro, this card is so big, I'm sure battlers will probably battle for free, just for the look. Battle for free just for the look. Add in the YouTube exposure, add in the pay-per-view, add in the fact that you could do a trailer. If you got music, you can promote your music in front of the battles, all kind of stuff. The look, you can't put a price tag on. So battlers are looking at the situation like, whoa, you offered me the battle, but I didn't know what the main event was. So we're going to really look at this because a lot of battlers don't understand their worth. See, what you don't realize is that all you had to really do was come to RBE, do your thing, cook your opponent. URL going to still book you anyway. Look at Bill Collector. He's a perfect example of this. Bill Collector then said, F URL, forget URL, we not rocking with URL, all kind of stuff in the past. In the past. I can argue that RBE got Bill Collector back popping. They booked him versus Hitman Holla, one of the biggest battles, one of the best battles I've seen since I've been out. Versus Hitman Holla, one of the best battles. After that battle, if I'm not mistaken, I heard RBE say something like they kind of wanted to continue to book bill collector. Kind of like what he did and everything. If I'm not mistaken, URL signed him to a deal though. Signed him to a deal after the after the Hitman battle. He did very well. Kind of revived his career. Let's just keep it real. He went from there. He battled T-Top. He was in Ultimate Man. He was up last year as one of the most improved champion of the year kind of guys. He wasn't gonna win it, but if you had to do a top 10 for champion of the year, you had to kind of put bill collector in that 6 through 10 range. He was very well deserving. He had a really good year last year. I can make the case the Hitman battle got him back popping. He battled Yoshi. Who all has he battled? I mean, he did battle DNA in Philly. Let's see, he battled Yoshi. He battled everybody in Ultimate Madness, so I'm not going to go through the names. The T-Top battle was crazy. He beat T-Top. He beat T-Top in a battle that I would have never thought he could beat T-Top, but he actually beat him. So the Hitman battle got him back. You see how all you had to do was come over here and do your numbers? URL is trying to pull you from RBE anyway. All you got to do is play your cards right. Not only that, you got to weigh the app versus YouTube. And I'm not anti-app. I pay $8 a month to watch the app all the time. I just watched some battles that dropped on out. I just watched Twerk and Drugs. You know what I'm saying? Riding back from Denver, I'm watching Twerk and Drugs in the car. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching all of these battles that dropped. The Crucible, and they in Seattle, and then they in New York. And I'm watching all of these battles for the most part, trying to catch up with it. So I'm never going to really be anti-app, and I feel like we need to support black-owned businesses. So I like that URL actually has an app that we can support. So I'm never going to knock them. I know YouTube definitely don't pay like they used to because of the cuss words. So when Balor's being there talking all crazy, I understand. It's hard to monetize or get the full monetization that you may have gotten before. So I do feel like us as battle rap fans, we do need to get behind URL and support the app. But that's URL standpoint. If I'm a battler, I may not give a damn about the app. I want my battle to be seen to the masses. And to just know that I'm going to have my battle on YouTube. Just know if I put an album out, I'm going to have my album before the battle. Just know if I do a freestyle, maybe ARP will put it out. I can do a lot of different stuff. And ARP he just uploaded Mac Myron's This Verse Loso. He just did that on the stream, put it on the 200-something thousand, subscriber channel. He just did it on the stream. So the marketability you can get, you can't put a $sign on. So when you coming at me like, oh, we got 5 racks for you to battle, 10 racks for me to battle, I may look at a little bit less money, but more exposure over here. And a lot of these battlers aren't realizing that. It's some battlers that's battling in a couple weeks. In a couple weeks they about to battle. They were asked to be on this card. Asked to be on this card, bro. Look who they battling, bro. Look who they battling. They're not battling no crazy names. They're not battling no crazy names at all. But they were asked to be on this card, and I see right now battlers are regretting now that they realize that Cassidy and Hitman is the main event. It's finna bring industry eyes. It's finna bring battle rap eyes. It's finna be trending when it drops. The YouTube is gonna be crazy. The stream is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a crowd. You get to rock out in front of 400 or 500 people. It's gonna be a very big event, man. I think people are second guessing that. A lot of y'all already know one battle that was supposed to be on this card. Av versus Big K. And I rock with Av. I really do rock with Av. Shout out to Av. Shout out to Validated too. That his album that just dropped. Make sure you go cop it. Av, since turning down the Big K battle, has battled Fonz and DNA. I got him beating Fonz barely. And I got him losing clearly to DNA. I didn't even give him a round versus DNA. I mean, DNA third round talked to his soul. That's how I have him winning them battles. None of those battles, as good as DNA is, none of those battles is as big as a Big K battle. Nobody asked for Av versus DNA. They didn't ask for it. They really wanted Av versus Big K. And I'll make the case right now that Av versus Big K on YouTube is bigger than Av versus DNA on the app. And Av wasn't even signed when he turned down. He wasn't even signed when he turned down the Big K battle. Or else there would have never even been no real negotiation about it. You would have just said you signed. ARP would have kept it moving. The problem is you go back to URL. He tells URL, ARP trying to book me versus Big K. And they sign you to a deal right then to stop you from battling. Fast forward months later, the Av versus Big K battle would have been under the Cassidy versus Hitman battle. Sometimes you got to think about it at stuff like that, Av, because I rock with you, but you're a very good talent. You're one of the best young talents in battle rap. Once the top tiers leave battle rap or start to get older and leave battle rap, you at the top of your class. You, Mike P, Twerk, all y'all at the top of the class. You really didn't superseded Chess. Chess was up there with you too, but you beat Chess anyway, and then Chess just had his issues with choking and stuff. So you didn't really supersede that. You really in terms of the new guys, you, Jerry West, Mike P, Twerk, y'all represent the new era of URL. They're gonna book you anyway. Imagine if you came over here and killed Big K. You think URL ain't gonna still call you? You really could have had your cake and eat it too. You gotta think, man. You gotta really, really think. Because y'all really feel like, no, URL got so many battles that they have to do or whatever the case may be. So many people that they got to book. I mean, Marv One just battled on King of the Dot. He battled on URL. They're going to still book you anyway. The only way they won't book you is if your stock drops. Now, if you would have went over here and Big K would have killed you, maybe URL would have made you sit for a while and hold on to that L. But that's when you got to bet on yourself. That's when you got to bet on yourself. You got to know Big K ain't fucking with me. I'm finna go over here and kill him, and then I'm still going to get on URL and kill DNA. That's why you got to think. That's just my thoughts, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. More blogs coming. I appreciate the support. I'll let your boy.
You two is the third and last 50. Welcome. At 814,